Hey everybody, and welcome along to this week's edition of the Irish Golfer Podcast. Peter Finnan here, and joined by Rona McNamara.
How are you getting on?
All good, all good. Another busy week.
It was. Plenty happened, good and bad.
We told you we'd be back this week as well, you know. We take 3 weeks off, then we go mad, do a couple in a week, and then we might go missing again. But
I know we're back, we're consistent now.
We're consistent.
2 for 2.
Back in the horse. But yeah, before we get cracking on, I forgot to mention the podcast sponsors last week. We might as well get off with a quick start on that. So this podcast is brought to you in association with Flowgas. Visit flowgas.ie for all of your energy needs. As we said in all previous pods, they are supporting Irish golf right from grassroots at Golf Ireland level up to supporting some of our best up-and-coming professionals. So they put so much into golf. It's coming to that time of the year when the weather's changing, everything's starting to fall apart at the end of the year. Lecky bills are going to start going up, gas bills going to start coming in. So visit flowgas.ie. They are sure to have a package that suits your needs.
Weather's changed, Pete.
Weather has changed.
Run has gone in the ball.
So Storm Lillian wrecked the place during the week. Yeah. We were out at an event yesterday actually in Luttrellstown. I have never seen wind like we couldn't put the gazebo right up on the opening couple of holes. It was off the charts bad wind. Didn't stop lads having 42 and 43 points though.
No, it'll have to be a steward's inquiry about that one, I think.
44, there was some lad at 44. Good shooting.
Nuts.
In a hurricane.
Nuts.
Right. Where do we... There's only one place to start. Last major of the year. AIG Women's Open. St Andrews. Home of golf. Storm Lillian ripping through that place as well.
Like, I mean, that carnage on the first hole, first couple of days. They
were hitting driving timber into the first... Like... Boys are hitting like I know the lads got it handy there weather wise during when it was there for the 150th, but it was so refreshing to see the course being played like the course is designed to be played.
Yeah,
carnage with weather, so good.
Yeah, bunkers were just extremely penal as well. Like, it was unreal. And to be fair, like, it was great to see St Andrews play like that because so many golf courses, like in the men's game, are in danger of becoming obsolete, and St Andrews is probably top of that list. So it was great to see the women play St Andrews in that way, but at the same time, it was still so exciting. I mean, the first 36 holes, you had Nelly Corda, you had Lydia Ko up there, Charlie Hull, obviously the fans' favourite, the crowd puller up there as well, Lilia Vu. I mean, like, Corda, Hull and Vu played, I think, the first round, and they were a combined 12 under. Yeah. Like, in just mad conditions. I mean, it was brilliant advert for the game. And yeah, brilliant advert for the game all week as well. Lydia Ko stood up there. She obviously got over the line, but the big names hung around the top of the leaderboard all week. And I suppose for Nelly Corda, this is definitely one that got away.
Oh, she
will 100%.
Be fuming. Like, I know we'll get into Nelly Corda before you get into Lydia Ko, but like, she threw that away. And that's the second major she's thrown away this year. Like, she's done this already, but like, the double bogey in the final round, she played so well through the turn, got herself going, got herself to 8 under par, enough to win the tournament. Had played the back nine pretty solid all week and is good, and then throws in a double on a par 5 on the 13th. And like, normally when you get a double on a par 5 like that around St Andrews, especially on 13, you're thinking hell bunkers after catching up with her or something like that. But she hit 2 great shots. Like, the hole was shortened to 548 yards. She was not in any bother at all. She wasn't too far off the green in 2 and walks away with a double.
Yeah, and so she actually doubled 14, but anyway, fair play to you. And then she, like, the
14, sorry.
The bogey 17 as well. But in fairness, she had a bad finish on Saturday as well. Bogey 12, 13, bogey 16, 17 for back 9 to 40. So you'd wonder maybe had her poor finish the day before played into her mind at that stage. Because any time she got to the top of the leaderboard over any point of the 4 days, you're expecting her to, pull away and win by 2 or 3 shots. Like, after 36 holes, it looked like there was only going to be one winner, and it was going to be Nelly. But yeah, a strange one for her to end the year. I think with only one major in the first one of the year. 6 LPGA wins. She'll probably get to 7 or 8 by the end of the year, but a couple of majors she's let go, and a couple of majors as well she's had big scores. Like she's put up big numbers.
Yeah.
Like that US Women's Open, she had what, an 11 or 12 or something like that
on the par 3. Yeah, that was a game. That was a messy hole. But yeah, she put it in the wrong spot. Yeah, and she paid the price. But yeah, like it's just it seems to be. She came out in her press conference afterwards. She said, like, I'm gonna mess up, and unfortunately, I messed up over the weekend twice in two very penalising ways coming down the stretch. Theoretically, that's what cost me the tournament, but I played really well. So she's going away knowing that she's striking. She was kind of remarking, which a lot of them were, and you can, like, they're going back to playing normal golf in the States now next week, and like I don't have to aim 30 yards left of my target to hit the target and stuff like that. But that's what makes the Open so special, is the test that's put in front of you, how you adapt to that. And like very like McIlroy, and in his majors this year, like she got very close. It's just one mad moment just cost her the tournament.
Yeah, except this wasn't anywhere near as heartbreaking.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't, because it was done over now. But she made a cardinal error on 17 as well. Like she's long enough to go as far right. Like if anybody in the field, she was too conservative off that tee box on 17, goes left into the rough and just like totally delivered a toe into the ball, hit a little trappy hook up that went straight into the road hole bunker, and you're dead if you're in there. You're not making. In fairness to her, she recovered well, got it onto the green, and gave herself a chance. But like the putt never looked like going in, and then 18 was just you're relying on a lot of luck on 18 on where your drive pitches. If you catch a downslope, you can get it up there near in around Valley of Sin or something like that, and she didn't, and then you're chasing, and that's just it. But yeah, like Nelly has had an unbelievable season.
Oh yeah, like, it's a bit like Scheffler in a way. You're kind of like there's something missing here, even though you've had an outrageous season, broken record after record like herself and Scotty, and still it's kind of like but someone else might have ended up having a better season than you, having one less. But I suppose it's all comes down to what you win rather than how much you win, doesn't it?
100%, and how you go about it, and how, like, this is the thing, like, so Lydia Ko, like, she was relentless in that final round, in that really, really bad weather. Looking at her stats, like, she only had 13 birdies for the week, so she's tied for 20th in the birdie count, but she only had 6 bogeys.
Yeah, and that's what it's about in that
Phenomenal.
weather, like just keeping the mistakes off the
That's
card.
it. Like people think, you're gonna like birdies wins golf tournaments, pars win golf tournaments in these sort of conditions, and 6 bogeys for the week is off the charts. It's good. And in the final round, she was I'm looking at the stats. Ko was the only player in the last 15 groups who broke 70.
Wow. Yeah, that's impressive.
It is seriously impressive. And like she had 4 birdies in the final round. She hit 11 of 16 fairways, 15 of 18 greens, and 30 putts. Like that gets the job done in that weather.
Yeah.
Every day of the week. And she did that, and she only had one shot to spare. Because it wasn't just Nelly. Like she had Shin and Vu and Yin. They're all
top
there.
Players.
And they're all like, you look at a leaderboard stacked like that. They're all current or former world number ones over the last 2 years. You've Korda, Shin, Vu, Yin, they were all up there tied for the lead at some stage over the last round, thereabouts, and they're all former world number one. So these are like seasoned winners, and she rises to the top. It was so good. And like, I didn't actually know that she won the amateur gold silver medal there.
Yeah, in 2013.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. It's funny, like, she won a major in 2015, won another in 2016, and this is their first one since. But she hasn't had a top 10. She hadn't had a top 10 in the major for 2 years up until then. She'd missed 3 cuts, and her best finish in her last 9 majors was tied 17th. Yeah,
and so like that's their first. It's like it's her 3rd major, but I think it's 7 or 8 years since her last one.
Yeah, 2016.
That's bonkers to think. No, what a champion though. What a way to get it finished off. Like that up and down on 18 was just clutch. And the beauty about, and Rory actually commented on this coming down the stretch in at the US Open this year, that what went against him was being able to see so much of what was going on around him with Bryson. And so when he was on over a putt on a green, he's looking back down, he could see the last green and stuff like that. 17 and 18, very like that. Like when Nelly was putting for par at the exact same time, Lydia is putting for birdie down the hill, and she hold hers first. And like, it's soul destroying. And for Corda, because you can see, you're only 350 yards away, you hear the roar, you can see what's going on, because it's just flat terrain looking up over the bridge. And I'm assuming that got into her as well, because you could just feel the tournament slipping away. She knew, and that was it.
Yeah, she was far from rock solid though over those kind of tiddler ones as well all week. I know putting in that wind is ridiculously difficult, but she did miss a good few of those 4, 5, 6 footers.
The short ones, but she holds some rakers.
Yeah,
she put a new putter in this week. Like I seen she had a new TaylorMade Spider putter. And yeah, it worked for her predominantly to the most part. And you know, you're going in the wind like that. It's a strange thing to change, going from a blade putter to a mallet putter in strong winds. Because you would think that the head itself would be thrown off by a bit more wind, you know, bigger head, stuff like that. But it seemed to really work for her. I think she was just going for more MOI, more forgiveness. If she missed putts, she was hoping they'd be thereabouts. And predominantly she was right up until the very last stretch. But yeah, Lydia Ko. That putt down the last, downhill left to right, going away from you, horrendous leave to win, but like she put it right in the middle, like just dagger, no messing.
Straight in, no kissing.
Straight in, no kissing. No, like, you know, it was so good. And like that tops off an unbelievable month. Like she's like pretty much inducted into the Hall of Fame for what she's done. She's won her 3rd major championship. She's won Olympic gold. Like, there's nothing more for her to do in the game.
No, well, win the Grand Slam, I suppose, win the other couple of majors, but no, she's had a funny career, really, you know, kind of came on the scene very early as a teenager, and then she had a few kind of lean years, and the last couple of years, though, she's been looking like she's getting back to her best.
She did a Micah Richards, she burst onto the scene, didn't she?
Very few defenders burst onto the scene.
No, but it was good. The one thing, like, you can go down the leaderboard, so good, we're doing all their numbers, doing all that, and we'll go through the Irish girls now in a minute as well, but the only thing that galled me about all this is the pace of play. They'll get away with it a little bit because of the weather.
6.5 hour rounds.
Like, fucking hell.
But like on the second day, like I was, because you know when you have a player and you're watching on TV, you're like, all right, they're at X amount, whatever time it is, I'm going to sit down and watch, and you're kind of waiting, and there's no score update on like your app or whatever. You haven't seen them on the TV yet, and you're kind of thinking, have I got this completely wrong, or something's after going on here? And they're just, tee times just run over late. It's like being at a golf club on a Sunday morning, facing into 4-ball singles and a bloody nightmare. And yeah, then what happened on the 11th with Maguire, like just sitting there for 45 minutes,
it was a load of
bonkers.
them. The guts of 50 minutes sitting on, like, that was on day 1, wasn't it? I think it was
day one or day 2, yeah.
It was with the high winds, and like 45 minutes waiting on a tee box on the 11th. So like you've 9 holes, 10 holes done. So like it's where the golf course turns back in itself. But still, that should not happen. It just shouldn't happen. And it's not all weather to blame. Like they had let the greens. I was looking at the course setup. Greens were running at about 9 on the stimp. So balls weren't moving, oscillating. The greens were quite slow, which helps in that sort of weather. But yeah, there's just the pace of play. Some of them women just need a cup of cop on. Like, it is so bad. No, but it's so bad. It is so bad. It's a blight on the game. Like, the men are no angels either, you know, so the way, but the women take it to a whole new level. And it's the only thing holding. Like, this tournament had absolutely everything, and it's just such a pity that one of the main storylines is people waiting 50 minutes on a hole, like halfway through a round. Just shouldn't happen. So we started off on Leona, just running through the Irish players. She will not be happy getting the boat or the plane home from there across the Carton House this week.
No.
She got herself into a great spot on Saturday.
She was 2 under, and I think she was 4 or 5 shots off the lead. And you're thinking if she can squeeze one more or even just stay there,
just hold what
she
you
would
have.
have had an outside chance going in, but an outside chance is a chance, and she just didn't. And then, I mean, where's your motivation then maybe going to the final round? You know, you've not much to play for here.
Well, you've a bagload of cash. She's
Cash, yeah,
awful finishes in majors this year.
It's been poor. She's
so unlike
missed
her.
3 cuts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like even this, so this is a $10.5 million event, like 1.5 million nearly for first place. So like there's massive increments. Like when she won the Aramco series, I think she got $50,000, between $50,000 and $60,000 for winning the Aramco.
Yeah, it's nothing.
Earlier on this year. Compared to this, she finished a tie for 37th and she's making 49 grand. Like in a tie for 37th. Like if she even went out on the Sunday and shot level par instead of the 4 under that she carded, that's an extra 120 grand. Like the margins in the majors, it's sadly the way women's golf has become, that the lads are playing for stupid money every week. The women only play for decent money in the majors, and outside that, there's not really, you know, especially if
you get your CME Tour Championship at the end of the year as good money, but other than that, no. And like the Aramco series are supposed to have big money as well because of where it comes from, but it just doesn't really happen. Yeah,
but like I don't know. She'll be very disappointed. She'll find it very hard to get it. Like of all the tournaments to have a bounce back in, we're facing into, and we'll get stuck into it in a little bit. KPMG Women's Irish Open in Carton House this week. So you're coming to your home national championship. You would like to think that will get her juices flowing again and get her tail up, and she'll plough on and come back here full of beans. But very hard to raise yourself after. Like she will be very upset with that weekend's work.
Yeah, and I know she's won this year, but that kind of, I think maybe summed it up a little bit. It's just been middling. Like not bad, but certainly not as good as you'd hope. And she said something about the scheduling of the Irish Open earlier this year as well. Like this will be her fourth event now in a row. Like, and the last couple of years she's come to Dromoland, haven't played on the LPGA, and there's been tiredness issues and all of that, and that won't be changing this week.
No, but that's no fault of the LET or anyone associated with the KPMG. Like if the week after a major it's not ideal, but it's good because everyone's across here. Like if you're playing the LPGA and you have your home up, like Rory does it for Irish Open. Shane comes no matter what. Like I remember even the Irish Open behind closed doors up in Galgorm.
Yeah, and Larry came.
Larry came from Winged Foot like that the night before, landed in, and like 12 hours later is on playing a practice round and that. And like, it's your home open. You get ready, you get up for it. But yeah, there's always going to be schedule issues no matter when. Like there's no good time. Like we talked about last week, even having Curtis Cup clashing this week, not ideal. But like so be it. What can you do? There's so many events. It's stacked on all tours and the amateur fields and stuff like that. But yeah, Leona will be hopefully she gets a couple of days rest, gets back out. Like she knows Carton House well, so she won't be. You would like to think she won't be up there today, tomorrow, doing too much. Just getting a bit of rest, get her head together, out there on Wednesday, get a feeling about the course and how it's playing, and soak up the atmosphere, and then straight into battle on Thursday up in Carton House, because she'll have a massive crowd following her, and that hopefully will get her going.
And there's a lot of pressure on her. Just she's a headline star. Yeah, the tournament needs her to play well. It's 100%. It's a funny situation to be in. But
one thing really quick before we move on from the AIG Women's Open, actually, it's one thing that stuck out in we're talking about getting bums on seats and getting women out to support women's sports, and even getting men out to, like, this is the most relatable thing you can do is watch the women's game, because it's so you can do with it. Some of the men, it's a circus act, so it's like traveling circus going around. But it was sad to see with Lydia Ko, if you see the pan back of the camera of her holding that putt down 18 to left to right when they go from behind the green looking, the big stand to the right hand side of one that's like normally full of people is like half full when she's holding the winning putt to win the Open. That's sad. Yeah, to see that. And when you look at the numbers of attendees for the women, I know you were disappointed you didn't go over. You said that last week. I said it, and then I said it again on Friday when I just saw the leaderboard. I was like, oh God, I wish I was there, even for 2 days. Yeah. But just the way things fell this year. And I know it's apples and oranges, it's different, but more people attended the Wednesday of the 150th Open at St Andrews, then did the whole week of the women's, the AIG Women's Open. That's sad. It deserves better. The crowds are still good, but they should be so much better for a major like that at the home of golf. And that's the hope for this week. I know it will happen. Like that Carton House, we just fill it. We just get as many people in the gates, kids, whatever. Just get people up, get them watching this, because it is going to be a great week in Carton.
Oh yeah, it should be. And the last 2 editions in Dromoland have been brilliant as well. Like very, very enjoyable. One of my favourite events of the year. And then I'm not saying that now because we're trying to big it up, but genuinely is. Just a great little family atmosphere at it. Really comfortable thing to be at. Because when you go to events and there's massive swarms of crowds, it can be quite intimidating and a bit uncomfortable. You kind of don't know what you're at sometimes. But this is great. Great golf. Great amateurs. Like we've 13 Irish players playing. It just shows the potential of the event. Like next year it'll be even more, I'd imagine, and more as you go along. So yeah, need to really keep driving this event forward, I think.
Yeah, no, it is. We're talking it up. But like of the other Irish players in the AIG Women's Open, then Lauren Walsh struggled a little bit in the weather the first day, 77, 75, day 2. She finished with a birdie on 18 on the Friday on the old course and she's been up in Carton already. So a nice way to sign off her first major as a pro, but she's disappointed that she didn't make it through to the weekend. But all in all, she is 100% one to watch for this week.
Yeah, definitely. Form's kind of gone off at the boil a wee bit. She had a bit of a break with the Olympics, and don't think that did her any good, but hopefully she can turn it around because she'll be a big attraction this week. She's, in with a chance going into the weekend, I think. Very marketable, great personality, and somebody definitely I could see on the LPGA Tour next year as well.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. Totally agree with that. And then Steph Meadow missed the cut.
Steph was unlucky.
Yeah, open at 77. Great second round, 72. Just left her at 5 over.
She
right
was
in the mark.
5 over after 9 in round 1 and parred her last 9 holes. And then it looked like the 72 on second day, because that was quite early, was actually going to make the cut, because the cut was 4 over quite early in the day, and with the conditions and the way the wind was, you'd bet your house on it that I was going to move out to +5 or even +6. Like Lauren was lingering around the +6 mark, and you're thinking one birdie coming in and you might be in for the weekend, but the cut never moved. So Steph was a bit unlucky there. I'd say she would have been thinking she was going to do enough there.
Yeah, to get over the line. She's done well to qualify and get in anyway, so it would have been a nice way to cap them up. That's one thing I can't understand, actually. Like, we're sort of crossing between 2 tournaments with Women's Irish Open. Like, why is Steph not playing the Irish Open?
You have to ask her.
But like, she's never played it. She's never played it, and this is the perfect
This is a great
time.
chance, cause just the way it's
the way
it's
the schedule
out,
is flawed. You're over here already. Like, just come and play your home Open. You're an Olympian representing your country, and that's all brilliant. But come and play your home Open, like, and get involved in that. Yeah, I don't know what. I don't know. Like, I'm assuming she always gets an invite because she'd be a big draw, but she just hasn't committed to the field and come over, which is. It's a bit disappointing. If one of the lads did that, like if when Rory doesn't play the Irish Open, he gets rightly hammered.
Yeah,
rightly so. I don't know why the rules are different here or why. But I'm not having a go at her. I'm like, there's like.
If Seamus Parra said he wasn't playing, you'd be kind of like, what the hell?
Yeah.
Like a player of that sort of similar stature in a way, but
just would have been nice. It would have been nice. That's all.
Playing LPGA instead.
Yeah, she's trying to get her card. She's trying to keep her card. I'm assuming, and doing that, but still, it's. Yeah, it would have been nice to see her tee it up, but again, it's a scheduling thing every year. But you'd like to think your home Open would be first down your schedule, but I shouldn't be throwing stones. People in glass houses shouldn't be throwing stones. Yeah, outside of that, is there anything else on the AIG or the KPMG we're looking at for this week?
No, maybe in the future moving the KPMG Women's Irish Open to a links course would be good. I think there's a bit of scope for that, just from what I saw. And have it
the week before the Open.
Week before, week after, yeah.
Week before would be savage.
Week before would be great, and there's definitely a window to maybe tap into there. Like, if you're looking to grow this event, like, because it's been, before that came in 2 years ago, or 3 years ago now, it was 10 years since we had a KPMG Women's Irish Open, so there should be plenty of options to try and grow the event and make it a staple of the Ladies European Tour. Because outside of maybe the Aramcos or your race to Costa del Sol, this could be your number one event up alongside with the Scottish.
Yeah, no, I agree. No, that would be good. Good shout. Good take, Ron. Good take. Right, Joe, well done.
Clip that.
onto the PGA Tour. Right, now I'll clip you down. Keegan Bradley, talk to me. Keegan Bradley, you're putting some awful tripe up onto our Slack last night.
I'm a Keegan Bradley man.
You're a Keegan Bradley fan.
Yeah, let's go Keegs. I don't know, there's just a real bang of a fella who wasn't liked very much in school, but tried really hard to be loved.
That's called.
And we all know those people, and they're all, unfortunately, they're all from North Dublin. And I play golf with one of them.
There's a bang of want off Keegan
There
Bradley,
is, yeah, but there's always a sense that, like, he's hard done by, and, like, with the Ryder Cup, with the way Zach Johnson picked all his buddies, it felt like Keegan's never getting a seat at that table. Like, he's always going to be eating his lunch on his own or something, or with someone he doesn't really want to talk to. But it's funny, like, I like seeing him. He's an emotional guy. I think there's a box office element to him in the sense that it looks like it's all going to just collapse in one shot. Like, it's all just going to go wrong.
I know that feeling.
Like, yeah, Mr. 107.
Easy. Don't be giving away. Jesus.
But no, I he's a very divisive character. Like, I'm not going to give out to anybody who doesn't like him, but I just find him kind of compelling. Like,
yeah.
I mean, I wrote last week that the PGA Tour is all the best players in the world, but it's lacking characters, and Keegan's one of those characters. And I'm very much on board with the plain Ryder Cup captain. Like, I think that'd be great crack. Because at the Ryder Cup in 2012 and 2014, particularly in the Medina, like, he was pure box office stuff. Like,
I just don't know how you could do. I just don't know how he can do both.
Well, what's he like in like the, I suppose, the dressing room? I suppose, would he be an alienating type of character? Was that why he wasn't picked last year? But this year he holds all the cards, doesn't he?
It's a strange one. It is a strange appointment, considering I'm not going to say I don't think he thought he'd do this, but he accepted that role thinking that he might have like a good end to the season. I do not think in his, like, he did not expect to do what he's done over the last couple of weeks, play his way on.
Sure, he was out of it. Like, he was totally not making the top 50, and now he made it on the number.
Yeah,
goes and wins up to world number 11. But, like, he was probably the most surprising Ryder Cup captain announcement there's ever been.
It's a bonkers decision.
It's a mad decision.
It's off the charts bad. Like, I don't get it at all, and this is only making it worse and harder. Like, I'm sure the like of McGinley and Luke Donald are looking at this going, like, this guy is so distracted in his own game, and he's dressing that up as, oh, it'll be great to be on the range with all these guys and playing this and playing that, but that's not how it works out. Yeah, like, you need to be all in. There's
a reason why the captaincy goes to players who are at the back end of their careers, have seen better days and all that kind of thing. But yeah, I don't know. Like, I wonder why he took it. Was he like, because there's no way this man. I know he should have been on the team last year. He should have been
100%.
Absolutely should have been. And he takes the job, and you're thinking he has a great chance of being on it this year.
Yeah. Use last year, exactly. Use last year as fire to kick your game on. But when he did take it, I don't think he thought he was anywhere near the space of making the team. Like you said, now, like, you look at how he's done. Like, he ends up winning this tournament, and like you said, I'm looking at where he was. He shouldn't have won, right? We'll get into that now in a minute, right? We'll get into that. But, like, so he made it on the number last week. He was 50th, so just about made it into last week. And then finishes first. I don't know how. This is what pisses me off about this FedEx Cup system. So he finishes first. He's 50th coming into the thing. Finishes first this week, and now he's 4th overall.
Yeah.
Like, how does that work? Like, surely you should be rewarding guys winning majors or winning signature events more than, like, winning a playoff event should not hold that much weight. You should. I agree with there needs to be a bit of chopping and changing.
That's the point, though, isn't it?
I know, not events. Like that's too severe. That is meant. Like, now you're telling me Keegan Bradley has had a better season than Rory McIlroy.
Well, it depends on the way you look at it.
I know, it depends on the way you're looking at it. But, like,
no, I get you. Yeah,
like, I just don't get it. So the guys, like, there was a little bit of jeopardy about it this week. Like, this week more than others. So 4 players played their way out, 4 players played their way in, whatever way you want to look at it. I have a problem with one of them, how he fell over the line, but we'll get into that in a minute. So guys that played their way in, start of the week, Keegan Bradley, started in 50th, won the tournament, now he's 4th. Adam Scott was 41st, needed a big week, finished tied 2nd, now he's 14th. Tommy Fleetwood, Tommy lad made it in, he was 31st, close to the bubble. Now he's up to 22nd after a tied 5th finish, and Chris Kirk played his way in. So 4 guys, that's a bit more jeopardy than normal, because normally you might only see one guy falling out. So that's a good element. Guys that fell out of the top 30 that were in there. Danny McCarthy was on the bubble. He finished tied 26, not enough, dropped 5 spots. Davis Thompson dropped out. Jason Day dropped out, and then Brian Harmon dropped out. The Butcher, your man.
My man, yeah.
So he was 25th. He finished 25th this week. He started 29th at the start of the week and finished up 31st in the rankings. So unfortunately, Brian Harmon making a arse of his last round. Who did he let in 30th spot? Justin feckin' Thomas.
Ah, yes.
My man. I could not believe it. He was 31 the whole way through. I was like, yes, another frat boy dead.
You love the
if
frats.
He doesn't. And no, I thought he was on the scrap heap with speed. Gone. No.
You can't hate speed.
I can't. You can't like speed.
Ah, come on.
I like. He's like Bitcoin the way he fluctuates.
Yeah, that's
he's up
brilliant.
Down. It's great to watch, yeah, but
that's the whole point of being a Speedian.
He's a spanner. You're like a Swiftie, a Speedian. But no, getting back to the tournament, we'll get stuck into that as well. Getting back to the tournament, yeah, Keegan Bradley should not have won this golf tournament. He did, and he won it by a shot. But Adam Scott, my God,
if he could putt, he's a 3-time major champion. The 2012 and 2015 Opens would be alongside that Masters title.
Adam Scott,
it was the weirdest end to a tournament though I've seen in a long time.
Yeah,
because Scott doesn't get his birdie, and then Keegan has 2 putts to win, and then the putt he missed was the most nervy putt of all time, and you're like, Jesus Christ, thank God you didn't need that. And then he taps in for a bogey, and it's like, yeah, big man celebration. You just went like from 0 to 100 very, very quickly. Yeah. I was kind of like, what the hell happened there? But Adam Scott should have won this. I mean, he missed enough putts over the 4 days, never mind just the final round, to just completely throw it away.
He was ranked number 1 and number 2 for the first 2 days. If you combine his stuff over the first 2 days, he was ranked number 1 in putting. Over the weekend, then, out of 50 players, he ranked 48th over the weekend. He missed 15 putts inside 10 feet in rounds 3 and 4, most of them in the final round.
Yeah, and some of them weren't even close.
The state of it, the state of his putter for a start, I know I've mentioned this before, but it looks like a blue block of Lego on the end of a sweeping brush wrapped with a white hurley grip or something.
Cinder block.
It was, he just does not look solid over the putts at all. But to miss that many putts, only miss out by a shot, miss 15 putts inside 10 feet. That is
criminal.
It is criminal for a guy of his. It's so sad to see, because he's one of the best ball strikers in the world, and then just can't get the ball in the hole. There's a bang of Shane Lowry off him sometimes, like that. Just one of the greatest ball strikers you'll come across. Looks majestic through the ball, and then sometimes just struggles on the green, but has that in him to lead the putting stats through 2 or 3 rounds any given week, and then just falters.
Yeah, but you see it a lot of the time with him. He's always kind of up there first couple of rounds in the majors, and then just disappears, and you forget he ever existed. His putting is just a huge problem, and I think he knew it himself. He kind of had his head in his hands there at the end last night, and I think it really hit him. This was a great chance to win. He's getting on in his career now. You look at a leaderboard and you have to beat Keegan Bradley and Alex Noor, and you should be licking your lips, but he just didn't get over the line. You'd forget he won a major, to be honest with you. There's been plenty of putting mishaps over weekends the last 10 years or so. It is a shame, but look, he's a President's Cup start to come. He's a guaranteed every single year.
He's 25 years in the circuit now, which is mad. How long he's around, how well he kept himself, and how well he's kept his game. There's not many do that for that long that can still bat around the top. He's ended up in the Tour Championship, so it's been a great year. It's been a great finish to the year, and there's nothing to say that he won't have a proper tilt as well and go deep in the Tour Championship. He's that type of player. He's streaky.
It's funny, himself and Justin Rose, you probably would have put decent money on to go to Live over the last couple of years, and they haven't, to be fair, which I think is good as well.
Oh, it's good. It's testament to loyalty, I suppose. Not saying that the boys are I am saying they're unloyal, yeah. Unloyal to the tour, but I was kind of disappointed watching this. You know, Sam Burns came up final round 65, played his way and really had a good final round. Ludwig, I was scratching my head with Ludwig, 71-71 over the weekend after
this is
second
a trend.
Round 63. It's mad,
isn't it?
This is
a trend.
It's mad. I just can't. There's a man that's gone through college at altitude. This should have been meat and drink, and I was just waiting all weekend through Saturday and Sunday. Ludwig's going to come. He's going to go on a burst. He's going to go on a burst. It was like one step forward, two step back. Every time he made a birdie, he'd mess something up.
Yeah, well, like it happened at the US Open as well. He was in a great position, and he kind of went away over the weekend. But it's happened a little bit now as well. Sundays, it doesn't seem to happen for him. And, you know, he came out and won. But you look at all the players who kind of burst onto the scene. Hate to say that phrase again, but you know they've gone to the spotlight, and then once they've won, they've kept winning. Aberg hasn't, but then you have to look from the other side. All these signature events have like all the top players playing, so like this wasn't around when the likes of Spieth were always winning, JT was always winning, blah blah blah, and so on. So he's coming up against a better quality of field nearly every single week. So I don't think he's going to win as much as those other guys so quickly, but certainly he's definitely not doing enough at the weekend.
Yeah, it is. It's sad because he's such a talent. He is such a talent, but I was just disappointed in him. Now, getting on to the Irish lads, sort of, they were never in this tournament. No. Really, like Rory got off to a bit of a start, but like
McIlroy just needs the season to end and go home.
Oh my God,
jeez.
It's like, I don't know. Yeah, even his club throwing is shocking.
Shocking.
I can't.
There's no dignity to it. No class.
Either lash it in the water or keep it in your bag,
or just snap it.
Just snap it. Yeah, exactly. No, it was just a bit of a shambolic weekend from Rory. It's just nothing's happening. Nothing's coming together now. Him more than anyone will be juiced up for Eastlake. Loves Eastlake. Always seems to produce something there. You know, we look at, I think it was 2019 when he won the FedEx Cup, when he chased down. Was it 2019 when he chased down? No, it can't be that.
Scheffler.
Early. Yeah, when was no?
2022. It's
2022 when he came from like six back.
Yeah,
it's pretty much set up for the same again. Like he's
he came 6 back going into the final round.
Yeah, but he's 6 back now going into the start of this week kind of thing. Will Rory click? He probably will. He does this. He just like there's no major. It's just a big event. He's won more FedEx Cups than anybody, and yeah. Let's see what he can do, but yeah, he just, I don't know. He has not recovered since the US Open.
No, like he took that break as well, and we all sort of pondered whether that's the right decision or not. Now would be a nice time for a break. Actually, it's funny how it's kind of worked out.
Yeah,
now would be a good time just to pack it in for a few weeks, come back and play the Irish Open and play the Deep Rotor Championship and go away then for the winter. Yeah. Genuinely, like that's
that's it. See you in Hawaii. Good luck. Even if you bother with Hawaii, see you the start of next year. Just chill out. No, I'd agree, but he won't do that.
No.
Shane Lowry as well. Like, I have to say, like we all, you know, me especially was not throwing him to one side at the start of the year, but saying how much of a big year this was for Shane Lowry and. You know, with his age, not that he's getting really old, but like not many guys peak coming into their 40s, and you know you need to be great players to move on from there, and to do what he's done this season. It's been an excellent season, best season on the PGA Tour to date. Makes Eastlake for the first time Tour Championships, which he'll be delighted with, I'm sure. Like that was one of his goals this year, to win. He won on the PGA Tour. He got to the final of the playoffs now. He's well positioned as well to have a good bit of a run on it. He's not going garden shopping with the misses this year like he was 2 years ago when he finished 31st. So all positives. Start 7 back from Scheffler on 3 under. Like, yeah, you'd struggle to beat Scotty Scheffler on his day, not giving him any shots. So it's a lot of shots you're giving up, but you just never know what happens with the pressure of. We've seen Scotty fold in these circumstances before, but yeah, Shane's got to be very, very happy with his season to date, and to finish it inside the top 30, into everything. The win freed him up. Now he's just exempt into everything, so it's game on. This is the next 5 years is sewn up now for Shane Lowry, because he's always dangerous at big events. So now that he's in them all and he's everything guaranteed for the next couple of years, he's footloose and fancy free. He's a dangerous man. The bigger the tournament, the more dangerous Shane Lowry gets. So have to hats off to Shane.
What an indictment that was. That was emotional.
No, it was. No, I have to
really put your heart on the line there, Pete.
No, it was really good. It was good.
I know it's been a great, but really, really consistent year, as it has been for so long for Shane. But to make the Tour Championship is a real rubber stamp of how well you've done. Because
I'd love to know his mindset. We'll get talking to him before the end of the year. I'd love to know his mindset coming into this year. I'm sure, all his exemptions were ending. He was in trouble if he didn't find his game, and that's a hard place to be.
You pondered why he didn't go to a Mickey Mouse PGA Tour event in Mexico or something, was it, at the time? Because I think he was out the top 50 at that stage, so it was touch and go, to be fair.
And it all hinged at the start of the year. Yeah, his game got him to where it is, but out of everything, and it's something that needs to happen for Seamus Power. He got an invite for MasterCard, one of his sponsors, to get into the Arnold Palmer Invitation, finished third in that, and just went from strength to strength to strength. I'm not going to say he kicked off.
I was going to say.
I know you were. So no, listen, hat tip. That's enough pontificating about Shane Lowry. Tour Championship, abomination of a tournament. But looking at it now, I'm kind of looking at it going, there's merit to, Scotty, I don't know. Right. One word answer. Is Scotty Scheffler going to win this tournament? Yes or no?
No.
I'd actually agree with you. I don't think he is. I think Xander's going to do him. Xander's only 2 shots back. I just think Xander is an assassin. He's going to do him, and it's going to leave such a bad taste. How is Scotty Scheffler walking away from this season if that happens with just one major, an Olympic medal or whatever? And then you're looking at Xander, and he's walking away with 2 majors. If he does the job, this FedEx Cup as well, that is going to be the toughest player of the year debate you're ever going to have.
It'll be like what I said earlier about Nelly Korda. You've won your major, you're breaking records, nearly broke the all-time record for successive wins, and your season's going to end in a bit of a whimper.
If he doesn't win this,
just considering from how he started the year and the form he was in to where it's just sort of, I know he's won an Olympic gold as well, but he's not quite right at the moment, and he hasn't been for a few weeks. He wasn't right at the Open or the US Open either. So, imagine if it'd be unthinkable 2 months ago to say that Xander Schauffele was going to have a better season. It was unthinkable to say that Xander Schauffele was going to win a major ever in his entire life, and he's won 2. No, genuinely, because McIlroy spanked him at Wells Fargo, and you were kind of thinking, wow, how will Xander ever recover from that? It's funny how things go, unfortunately.
Then you've hit so you've Scotty starting off 10 under, Xander 8 under, Hideki 7 under, injured Hideki, beware. Keegan Bradley out of nowhere, man come good, 6 under. Then you've Ludwig at 5 under, Rory, Morikawa, Wyndham, Sam Burns, and Cantley at 4 under. Tigala, Lowry, Scott, and Finau at 3 under. Ben Yonan, Victor, Russell Henley, and Batia and Bobby Mack at 2 under. And then you've Billy Horschel, Tommy Ladd, Sepp Straka, Matthew Pavon, Taylor Pendrith at 1 under. And then Kirk Hoagie, Aaron Roy, Bezadenhout, and the Rat, Justin Thomas, at even par in at last. Do you know, one thing we have to call out, actually, Matthew Pavon. It's something the Tour should be doing more about. They should be waxing lyrical about this. There's a man that this day last year was playing the DP World Tour.
Yeah.
This week last year was on DP World Tour. Gets into the top 10 and shows that the avenues they have, the pathways that they have to doing this. He's played his way from having no card, no status last year, and now he's in the Tour Championship, and he set himself up for life. He really has, with what he's done, how he's gone about. He's won this year. He's had some unbelievably good finishes. He's been up there in majors. He has just every door that is open in front of him, he's jogged on through. And now he's in the Tour Championship. He's exempt to everything for next year. Can plan another big season. He's fearless. And it just goes to show the merits of the meritocracy that's there between DP World Tour and PGA Tour. We're not seeing it back the other way, but I'm sure the Yanks are pissed off with guys like Pavon coming across and doing that, and they're not happy. They are not happy about 10 Europeans going across, because there's one that's upset the whole apple cart there and done something that possibly they didn't want him to do.
Yeah, and it's funny, like I was just looking at his race to Dubai rankings on the DP World Tour, like an absolute journeyman. Like,
yeah.
Complete journeyman. Like he only won 6 million in his in his 8 years on the DP World Tour, but like only 2 years did he get over $1 million. Like struggling to in and around kind of keep his card in the 2020-21 seasons, 2019, and then like he only finished 35th last year on the race to Dubai. Like
yeah,
it's mad. Like,
no, it is.
To see where he's just gone to is really, really good, to be fair.
Yeah, no, it is. I think it's class. I think it's a great story, and it's something they should be telling a lot more and pushing a lot more, because it's not a rags to riches story, but it's as close to as you'll get. You know, he's a good pro, and he was always a good pro, but like now he's top of the world. Like he's really climbing the rankings, and he's into everything. So, any other takes from the BMW? Anything else that caught your eye?
No. I just saying there, like 6 million on the DP World Tour in total for Pavon. He's earned 4 million this year, PGA Tour alone. Like
bonkers, isn't it? And he's into this tournament with 25 million on the line.
Yeah. Oh, you'll win it this week.
Can you imagine? What happened? Like, if someone wins, I don't know what the fuck way these rankings go. And like, this is the thing that annoys me.
Yeah,
you have to be in the top 5. If you win and you're in the top 5, you win. So anyone in the top 5, has that changed? So if Ludwig wins this week, he wins the FedEx Cup. That's the way it was before, but
it might have changed since.
Yeah, they change it every year. They change it every year. So, but yeah, regardless, yeah, it'd be savage if Matthew Pavon won the Tour Championship. That really would piss them off. So that's good. Yeah, Jail has definitely changed Scotty. Looking at things, see him cursing on the Friday.
Yeah,
the ball stuck up the hill. He's going mental coming around, like cussing the head off himself. How that ball stay up there? Fucking shit.
His next con.
Yeah, he's going mad. It's gone to his head. I'd say Meredith kicked the absolute crap out of him when he got home. Brought him straight to Mass. 3 Hail Marys and an Our Father for doing that. And then did you see as well one of the cops that arrested him?
Yeah,
was arrested himself. Did you see that?
For pocketing money or something illegally.
It borrowed money from some lad that he'd arrested that didn't quite make it to evidence. But yeah, you reap what you sow.
That's it.
Life comes at you hard sometimes. And Xander, did you see Xander in his press conference after this? He was asked, would 25 million change your life, given all you're played for? He gave quite a long-winded answer, like about how it's the media narrative around money and golf and stuff like that the players don't want to talk about money, just the media want it. It's an interesting take. Like, I don't agree with a lot of stuff what he's saying, but he's like he's comparing golf to other sports, which I get, and he's saying like guys are signing $300 million contracts in other sports, and yeah, they're the great lad, and he's the guy, and it's great to see him moving on. Whereas a golfer's playing for 25 million, and we're like rats. We're loving, we're too greedy. We're playing for too much. We're doing this, and he was like, I've no I'm temporary. What I'm doing, I know that this is a moment in time. I need to grab as much as I can. Will 25 million change my life? No. Do I want to win the tournament this week? Absolutely. But it's not about the money. And like, I kind of got a lot what he was saying, but yeah, it's that dirty old money again. Money question, especially to Xander. Coin. Yeah. Xander loves the cash. Yeah, Xander's dad loves the cash. Yeah. It's like, of all the lads to ask that, but yeah. I think that's enough on the PGA Tour.
Yes, I'm just dying for the PGA Tour season to end.
Yeah, exactly. Roundup. Swedish Challenge this week.
Last week. Oh, this week, yes.
Just gone.
Yes,
just gone.
It was the Denmark Championship, just gone.
So the Denmark Championship it was. Yeah, it was actually, yeah. Swedish Challenge this week. Dermot McElroy came close.
Oh, you're on Challenge Tour?
Yeah, Challenge Tour.
Okay, yeah, so it was the Swedish Challenge. Well, the Indoor Golf Group Challenge in Sweden. Yeah, Dermot came close. He came 7th in the end, 4 shots behind Joachim Lagergren, who's just far too good to be on the Challenge Tour, but that's for another day.
He won in Ireland he won the Irish.
Now he's won in Sweden.
Now he's won that's a home event as well.
Yeah, and he was always a decent DP World Tour pro. But no, Dermot's doing well now, up to 55th in the Road to Mallorca. So you'd imagine his card for next year at least is guaranteed. So top 45 make the Challenger Grand Final in November. So he's trending very much in the right direction. He's certainly someone who doesn't go away when he has the chance to win as well. I know he doubled the last.
I wouldn't say that, yeah. Like I know what you're saying, but that is pure pressure. I'm not trying to call him out on it, but yeah, double the last. You'd be so disappointed going away. If he he birdied it the previous 2 days, just looking at it now, he doubles the last, the par 5.
But like he
finishes second if he birdies that again the final day. I know it's easy to say, but that's the difference.
But like he's having issues with his drive, and I'd say it was just one of those times where under the gun, the thing you're trying to protect from rears his ugly head.
Pressure, but yeah, like that's one thing. He'll double bogey the last to finish second or to finish 7th. No, if he birdied it like he did the previous 2 days, he'd be second place. That's massive on his season. That would have had him in the top 25.
Yeah, but like
points wise,
looking at it, so like over the 4 days, he doubled 2 par 5s.
Yeah,
4 shots gone, lost by 4.
Mad.
You can't double par 5s, you know.
Oh yeah, not at that level. But no, it's great to see him up there because he's well capable.
He was kind of not in the wilderness, but he was certainly at war with himself over the last few weeks. Like at the Irish Challenge, I saw him hit the worst shot I've ever seen any professional golfer hit, and I've seen a lot of bad ones. Like it was really, really bad. But like 4th and 7th back-to-back weeks is a real confidence booster. And
a chance, like he's been leading this tournament. He was up there. He was like, so he's done everything. No, he's one to watch for the lads. There's not many events left on the. Yeah, we're into single digits events left in the season on the Challenge Tour, so he's peaking at the right time.
Yeah, so we've 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 events before the final. Yeah.
So he's peaking at the right time. Worryingly, looking down, Connor Purcell, another missed cut.
Well, we said it last week. Could come a point where you're looking over your shoulder.
He is now,
and he is now
10th,
down to 10th.
It's not, and you look at the 6, like he's on 600 odd points. Like there's not much separating 10th from 16th to 18th. No. So yeah, he needs to find something.
He's under 200 points ahead of 21st place.
And top you 20 get 360 points for a win or something like that.
Yeah, so like pressure is on.
Massive, yeah.
But you have to say, like, it's a stacked top 20. Like your man, Brandon Robinson Thompson, has played in a couple of majors, has a win, and he's still only 11th.
Yeah.
No, Connor needs to get a bit of a wriggle on again.
Like nothing outrageous, but
just get a couple of top 10s and steady the ship again.
Alex Maguire and stuff like that will be disappointed. Like they're not. He didn't really show anything this week. It's a tough event. He's well down the leaderboard.
Yeah, Gary Hurley the same.
Just not making cut. And I've seen Conor O'Rourke snuck himself into a weekend action as well. Again, he's starting to find a little bit, but just not moving on into the weekend. It's tough. It's a tough slog, like for these guys on that tour, trying to just get yourself in the right frame of mind, in the right position to actually kick down the door. And there's only going to be so many opportunities to do it. And
yeah, well, Conor O'Rourke got €810 for his week's work. Like
he has a caddy out with him and everything. Like it's hard to. I heard.
Like it's three cuts in a row he's made, and he's earned probably just under $4,000 if my maths is correct, which probably isn't. Like he's earned €810, 2.2k, and then €905 over the last 3 tournaments. That's just under 4k.
It's cost him that.
Yeah,
like it's cost him that to do that. Like that's the sad thing. That's the hard thing about professional golf, is just getting back in the horse and doing it again and waiting for that big week. But how long do you do it for? Like it's hard. I've great respect for these guys that get up out of bed and do that every week, but I could not do it. I could not. That chase would just eat me up after a while. It's relentless. Anything else on Challenge or DP World?
McKibben 10th place in Denmark on the DP World Tour. Bit of a strange week. It doesn't seem like he has his best stuff, but it was another week where he just grinded out a result. To be fair to him, like first round 74, in the end has obviously done the damage. Looked like he was going to go on a serious tear on the Saturday. Yeah, like in fairness, and it just probably just ran out of steam a wee bit. But it was an important top 10, guessing the 13th in the race to Dubai. Moves him up the world rankings back towards that top 100 again. So, good week to get back on the horse.
Yeah, that's good. We're into the British Masters this week. I think. Well, Tom's down the field. Simon Thornton teeing it up this week.
Yeah,
well, he's in that field, so that'll be good. No Paul Dunn, which is as a past champion. I don't know why. Sent a text. I was blue ticked.
You're not getting a text back,
I'm getting ghosted. Getting ghosted by Paul Dunn. Yeah, interesting one because like there's a past champions exemption to this, the British Masters. We all remember him shooting 60 very low, 1 or 2 or something like that to fend off Rory McIlroy and win famous victory. And yeah, he's either injured or opted not to play this week, or there are 2 other past champions like Gonzo is playing and Paradore or Panadol, whatever his name.
Renato Paratore.
Panadol. I don't know how to pronounce his name wrong, but yeah, so you've other past champions playing and Paul is not, so yeah, it's an unusual one because you would have thought it's an opportunity, like they're few and far between to get starts on the main tour, but yeah,
that was a bit of a non-story.
It was but like it's just yeah, it is a bit of a non-story, right? Moving on, there is a G4D Tour Nations Cup on, started today actually.
It did.
Brendan Lawler and Fiona Gray playing, representing Ireland. So it's an inaugural Tour Nations Cup.
They're leading as well.
Are they?
Yeah.
Savage.
3 under round to 69.
Savage. So scoring, stroke play, and where are we going? 4 balls. Day 1 will feature 3 groups of 4 balls with the lowest score from each team taken on each hole, while the format will switch to foursomes on the second day.
Yeah, so they have a 2-shot lead over the arch enemy of Kip Poppers and Gilks, his partner. So no, good. Like final round is tomorrow, so they're in a good commanding position. It'd be nice for Brendan to get the one up on Popper for once this year. Yeah,
exactly. He's actually hosting an event as well later on in September. Like an Irish Invitational. We've talked for so long about we'll get him on to talk about it before, like he's doing like a charity pro-am, he's doing a main 2-day event up in Carton House as well in late September, and he's put up a prize fund. I think he's got a prize fund of around 30 grand.
Yeah,
for these guys to play with, to play for. The first ever prize fund for a G4D golf event. It's not an official. I don't think it's an official G4D event, but it's his own invitational. But yeah, great to see he's getting so much support and able to put up a prize fund, and these guys can finally get a paycheck. Yeah, long overdue. Like considering that they've been a part of the DP World Tour, I suppose, for a few years now, and like they play in the majors now and playing in the States and stuff, but not getting paid for it. Getting a bit of coin. Go on then. LPGA Q School was on. Prelim stage, Sarah Byrne through next round. Like there was 90 people were qualifying for this. I don't know. It was top 95 I think got through. So Sarah, Anya Dunnigan and Anna Foster went over. Anna and Anya didn't make the 54-hole cut, but Sarah was pretty comfortable all week and qualified fairly high up inside the top 20 I think it was. So looked really good. She's going to turn pro at the end of the week when the Curtis Cup ends, so nice to already have that little bit of a push behind you starting off. No, it's good. And yeah, she's straight into Curtis Cup and Sunglane this week. That'll be a deadly event. I fancy us. Yeah, we're trying to stop 4 in a row and trying to stop America winning 12 of the last 14. Haven't won since the GP&I won in Dunleary in 2016. It's even funnier that there was 3 Irish on the team that day, Maria Dunn, Olivia Mahaffey and Leona Maguire. But Beck Coulter, Sarah Byrne and Anya Dunnigan were there watching. Wasn't Lisa playing in that as well, no? Don't think so, no. 2016? I don't know. I think put me on the spot now. I think Lisa Maguire. Do you want to bet on it? Go on, I'll have a fiver with you. I think Lisa Maguire was playing as well. With Leona as well? No, on the team, yeah.
On the team, okay.
2016 Curtis Cup, Dunleary. I was full sure Lisa was playing that as well.
No, you owe me a fiver.
Do I?
Yeah, but what I was saying was like the 3 girls playing this week were there that week watching from the sideline. So
yeah,
that's a nice little segue.
No, there you go. Right. Anything else to hit on before we get to heroes and villains?
No, I don't think so.
Right, hit me. Heroes.
Marcel Seam.
Oh, here we go.
Here we go.
Left of field. Right, go on.
I didn't even know I had a TikTok account, but I realised Marcel follows me.
What?
Yeah. Me and my 6 followers, and he's one of them.
He's a bot.
Nah, he's not. It's him.
The actual Marcel Seam follows you, and you've only 6 followers.
Yeah.
Good man. So he's the angriest man in golf.
He's a great man, though.
He's a great man to have, right? Yeah, that's gas. That's mental. All right, so Marcel Seam is your hero just because he follows you on TikTok.
Him, see?
Fucking is him too. Yeah, that's gas. Are Irish golfer one of your 6 followers? No.
Probably not.
Shambolic. We need to get her act.
No, they are.
Oh, we are.
Yeah.
Here we go. That's it. So your hero's Marcel.
Yeah.
Right, my hero. I'm going Wilson.
Don't. Minute silence.
But that's terrible. That 2 weeks after I get my new dog and Porrick Harrington's dog Wilson passes away. It's very sad to read it. Like, he's only 5 years of age. Only met the man once. The legend that was Wilson. Met him at the Irish Open when him and Satanta got the accreditation there last year. Walking around, having great crack around the K Club. But yeah, that's very sad. Like, that is very sad. Tough one for the Harrington family. Like, it's just mad. Like, that he's so young. You feel like you actually know the dog because you followed the social media.
He looked a lot older than 5 as well. He looked about 12.
Well, in dog years he would have been a lot older, but like.
Yeah, I know that.
No, but it was. You did feel like Paddy really let everyone in on his personal life, you know, and did stuff with Wilson, and everything was about like FaceTiming the dog from events, and everything revolved around because he talked so much about never being a dog guy at all. Then got Wilson and just changed his outlook on everything, and then they got another one like with Satanta as well. Yeah. So very sad. Yeah, very sad that he's so young. So yeah, I'm putting Wilson in as a hero.
Satanta will really come into his own though now, I'd say.
Hopefully.
That's
and they might get another one. They might get what could we name his next dog? Cuchulainn or something? I don't know what we like the thing in Tato Park.
Oh yeah, oh god, yeah.
Emerald Park, whatever it's called now. Yeah, so we'll have to get another dog, Paddy.
So you gone for a fallen hero this week?
It's tough. That is sad. That's very sad. So yeah, Wilson's my hero. Villains. I have a list of villains.
Go on.
List of villains. Right. First, top of the list is definitely the ref in the Matt Fitz driver ruling from yesterday. Did you see this? Please tell me you've seen this.
No.
No?
No.
He cracked the face of his driver. Started around. He's playing with Scotty Scheffler, I think. And balls going everywhere. Cracking the driver. They got a referee out. Had a look at the thing. So the driver wasn't cracked enough for them to allow him to change it. Your man was like burying his fingernail in, calling for a fourth. Yeah, it's definitely broken, but I don't think it's broken enough. I can't fit him in it. Like, it's not cracked, or it's not like split, but it's and he was like, right, so it's not broken enough now. So he hit his next tee shot with it low, like dead low left. They totally done the dirty on him, and he was trying to hit it that hard, I'd say, to smash the face and hope the ball didn't. And he's like, so what are you telling me? I have to play the rest of the round with a 3-wood? Like, my club is broken. And he has some in the locker and they wouldn't let him change it. Silly rule. Because it wasn't broken enough.
Yeah.
That's one of the stupid rules I want to call out. That's one. That referee, all those referees, stupid. Just shouldn't happen. Next one then is a winner on the LET, actually, a couple of years ago. Anna Palez Trevino was DQ'd just before she teed off in round 3. Her caddy used a rangefinder on the 10th and the 18th during Friday's round at the Open. So she was comfortably inside the cut, used it twice. I didn't know this, so had the caddy only used it on one hole, it would have only been a 2-stroke penalty. But because she used it on 2 holes, it falls under Rule 4.3. It was an instant disqualification. The 2 strokes, if they'd given her 2 strokes or 2 strokes for each infringement, she still would have made the cut. And she's a rookie on the LPGA. Like, this would have been a big pay week for her as well. So, yeah, another stupid rule in golf. Like, how can it just be a 2-stroke penalty for using it once and then instant DQ for using it twice?
Yeah, are the men allowed to use them?
Only in the PGA Championship.
Oh, okay.
The USGA allow them, the RNA don't.
Yeah, it's very finicky as well. Like,
Live allow shorts.
yeah,
Everyone else doesn't.
and music.
And music, yeah. And then that's 2 villains. Myself, I have to call myself out as a villain, right?
I've been waiting for this.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, you kind of let the cat out of the bag earlier on, the rabbit out of the bag, whatever, rabbit out of the hat. I was out with my brother the other day, played the K Club, went back as far back as we could, and I had the worst game of golf I've had in 25 years. If I was to give you you know already, so I'm not even going to do it. I shot 107. My index is 5.6, right? And I'm looking at my golf and thing. So the thing about it was, we were having a bet, we were having a flat match, going about it, and you had to put the scores into Golf Ireland.
Was casual round.
Oh yeah, casual round. Yeah, it wasn't a competition. Like, we were just trying to kill each other, and yeah, he beat me despite not playing his best. I think he shot 90 or 91, something like that. He beat me. I shot 107. I had a 13 on one hole. All right, so I'm 35 over par. This is the pure outlier on my card. Like, the graph, it looks like Bitcoin in 2019 into 20. The way it just rose from like whatever $50 up to $600 and something dollars. Like, this is a shocking score. But I stood on the 8th, the one that Thomas Bjorn stuck 2 balls in the water when he was chasing down the European Tour with Ken Combine, the famous "Another ball, please, Ken. Another ball." I hit 5 balls into the Liffey, the exact same shot, just trying to carry it over, draw a little bit in and around. And it's bad when the guy that you're playing is trying to talk you off the cliff, going, "Just drop one down there. Like, you can get on the green from down there."
There's not red stakes.
Yeah, there is red stakes. Yeah, but I just no. Give me another ball. Hit 5, then hit 6 over, and yeah, ended up with a 13. Nearly binned it for a 12. But yeah, shocking, absolutely shocking. Nearly had a hole in 1 as well. Like, done really well in 17. No, missed the putt. So nothing. Absolute shambles of a game of golf. So yeah,
Thinking of giving it up.
the rebuild has started. The rebuild has started. I'm on the. I'll tell you now what I'm listening to. I'm gonna open up my Audible account. I'm gonna show you the book I was told to read, listen to. Golf Beneath the Surface, Raymond Pryor.
Fair play to you.
Noel Fox told me to read it. So the rebuild started. Right, villains, you're not allowed to name me.
Oh, right. That's my villain gone. So, I don't have any villains now, to be honest with you.
Gary Player, right, done.
Gary Player, yeah, probably.
For the week.
Did something. I do have a fallen hero, though.
Oh no, go on.
Yeah, Colin.
Colin who?
Rourke.
Oh. On the
It's
Royal.
another sad day for me in football.
Sean Boylan's going to get the job.
100 to 1.
100 to 1.
He's 100 to 1.
Stick a snaky euro onto Sean Boylan and get the job again.
GG's 12 to 1.
I hope Glenn Ryan gets it.
He's 50.
Oh, stop. Banty or Glenn Ryan. That's who I want me to get. Right. Listen, Grant. That's enough. We're going into all sorts of obstacles. Cheers for Flowgas for sponsoring this pod. Visit flowgas.ie, like we said at the start of the pod. Do, if you have a chance this week, we've spoken about it for the last couple of weeks. We'll be up there all week on site. KPMG Women's Irish Open at Carton House. Buy a ticket, get up, support the event. Get out and see, like Ronan said earlier on, 13 Irish women playing in this event this week. You're going to see some of our top professionals, headlined by Leona Maguire, Lauren Walsh. Who else do we have? Olivia Mahaffey's playing. Well, you can list out, like, there's so many.
Anna Foster, Annabelle Wilson making their first pro starts, and then we've got some, top class amateurs, Kate Lanigan, Olivia Costello, Aideen Walsh, Kate Dillon, just loads of, 13 players. Like, it's the most we've ever had in the event, so plenty of interest there to pop along to.
Olivia Costello, there's one. They made history the other day.
They did. Junior Vagliano,
we never
GB&I. We are now, though.
We are now. Just a little just went off there before we went. Fair play. There's a club punching as well, Roscommon Golf Club.
Yeah, a couple of great players coming out of there.
And they had management involved in that as well from there. So, well, really, really good.
Yeah, and Olivia got a 1.5 out of 2 on the final day as well, so definitely more than played her part.
It's class to see. It's class to see, and that's the first time we've won that. So, yeah, really, really good. But no, do get up to the KPMG Women's Irish Open, like we're saying. Even outside of the Irish, like you've the like of Georgia Hall coming across as well, like big players. This is a big venue, huge event. We need bums on seats. We need to support this tournament and make sure it's here to stay going forward. So visit their website. Just do a Google search, KPMG Women's Irish Open. Hop on the tickets. They're quite cheap. Kids under 16 are free. Loads to do on site. So you got to get down, make this event a success and support our own. So from me and Ronan, cheers for tuning in as always, and we will chat to you next week.